Hey guys, it's me, Eliza. I wanted to hop on here and just do my makeup. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to make like these super interesting videos, and then it just ends up like being weird. And another thing is, I feel like I never try to be myself, so I am gonna just try to like stop like censoring myself in these videos. But yeah, if you're interested in just seeing how I do my like day-to-day makeup, especially like the pandemic is ruining everything, then stay tuned, keep watching, give me a like, subscribe, all of that. So I'm gonna try to make this a little more complete. I feel like I do leave a lot of steps out just because I'm embarrassed. Like, let's be real, like a lot of the stuff that I used to do my makeup is very cheap and terrible, so I don't like to go through it all. Even in the past, like I've been using some embarrassing stuff, but yeah, like if you see me skip something, it's just because it's crap and I shouldn't be using it. Right now I'm gonna prime, but I'm not really, again, using anything like real. I'm just using like some aloe vera thing, and I'm not gonna say what it is because I probably shouldn't be using it. And yeah, for you, like obviously you can just buy primer. I just have this laying around my house and I'm lazy. And I don't really think it's doing anything like bad to my skin. It's just that this is not what it's for. And I don't think it's meant to be used in this way. But yeah, like general like aloe vera, like real aloe vera, you can use it as a primer. So, you know, alternatives. Just put it like, I only do makeup on my eyes, but I still put the primer. I put it everywhere just because, you know, I feel like that's a good thing to do for like skincare wise. Also, I don't moisturize like usually because I have very oily skin, so that's like kind of a moisturizer for me, I guess. And usually I'll put on sunscreen, but I'm in the house, so I cannot find my setting spray. I'll see if I can find it like before I finish the video to set the makeup. If I don't find it, I have like a backup kind of. But yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna do is my brows. So I'm just gonna like, I have my little like brow comb, so I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna take the soap. You know how this goes. And then you just make like a paste. Because like that's why I like the setting spray, because it kind of makes it less watery and I guess it kind of holds it better. But I guess here we are. And then you just go like that with it. Kind of just spike it up. It's kind of hard to see this in the phone screen. But basically you just want it to lay flat, and the best way for it to lay flat is for it to go upwards. Then I'll take like my finger and kind of just with the soap and kind of just flatten it down more. I feel like that honestly is like the best way to like make sure it's like really down pat. And then obviously I do this the other one, and you kind of just want to go back and forth with the shape because they probably won't even really be that symmetrical, which kind of sucks, but it's better to have them be a little asymmetrical than to have one of them like all like flipped up and weird looking. Once you kind of get that where you want it, then you just want to like take like a wipe and you just want to go around it and really get like all the excess soap off. I feel like this isn't probably the best thing for people who have like drier skin. Maybe just use like gel. Honestly, I love the soap because it really just holds it like nobody's business. So for my foundation, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Golden Beige. Emmy recommended this to me. She basically recommends me everything. She basically buys like half my makeup. And I have this sponge that she also gave me. This is from Shop Miss A. I love these, like, I don't know. It's just a really like soft sponge. It's just very like good. It's just a really good sponge. And I love the shape and texture and everything. So I'm just going to put the foundation. I'm just going to mainly put it around my eyes. And I like rarely use concealer, but I will put the foundation on my eyelid just because, ooh, that's a lot. I will put the foundation on my eyelid just because I have, you know, veins and stuff in my eyelid, and I do just like to like not have that show through when I do my eyeshadow and stuff. And I like to take this, and I like to just like go kind of cover this tail, especially of my eyebrow, because my eyebrows, like, I don't like to be, like, a basic bitch, but, like, my eyebrows droop down, and I know, like, that's, like, the thing now is to, like, have them raised up, and I wanted to, like, embrace the droopiness, but, like, honestly, I don't know, like, I feel like now that I have this, like, technique that I do with the soap, making the eyebrows flat, and because it's, like, easier for me to do it, then I get into that habit, but, like, I don't know. I feel like it makes me feel basic when I do that because I feel like I'm just like being like everybody else, which is something that I don't like to do necessarily. I feel like it does kind of look like I have a mask on, but that's okay. So now I'm just gonna go into the rest of my like skin makeup. So I have this. This is obviously an eyeshadow palette, but I'm gonna use one of the shades to like do like some contouring and stuff. Actually, I'm gonna use two of the shades. So this really light shade here called Heaven, I'm gonna use that, and I'm just going to basically just, you know, do highlighting. So I'm gonna put it in the typical places. I am gonna just put it under my eye because I feel like having the extra coverage is good, especially since I don't have concealer, and it is just good to kind of get that brightening effect, and then just bring it up. I mean, that's it, basically, just my under eyes, my forehead, because I don't even really put foundation or anything on my nose either, just because like I have very oily skin, and I feel like it does just get annoying to do that. So this is the brush I'm gonna use for my contour. So it's a contour again from the same palette. I'm gonna just use this shade that I've been like using the hell out of, and I would like to find like a duplicate. So if you do know like a shade like similar to this, like a kind of a gray taupey, because when I contour, like everything is so warm and I hate it, and I feel like I literally need like something that's like borderline gray but also super yellow, because my skin is very yellow. Like, I know it's probably hard to tell on camera, but my skin is super yellow. So yeah, this shade is called Velvet Revolver. And then I just take that and I just do, like, I'm taking a lot, but like, because I sometimes do my cheeks, but right now I guess I could. So I will do, but I usually just do like there, like right here, this side. So I said, like, not like on my nose. This is still very much like my forehead and like between the eyes and stuff. And then I'll just take more. Just put it right there. Kind of hard to tell. But yeah, I usually do darken it up and warm it up anyway. Like, I don't mind it being warm because, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But like, I don't want it to just look like I put red, if that makes sense. And then of course, you could probably tell I got a big ass forehead, so I'm just gonna you just want to set with translucent powder. So I'm not gonna tell you what I'm using, obviously, but just any translucent powder, anything like mattifying. I don't really like to powder my lids as much anymore, just because I feel like that makes it harder to blend the eyeshadow. I will still do it sometimes, like especially if I'm not gonna be like wearing anything on the lid particularly. But you know, just I also like to powder the brows, especially after I've like slicked them down. So I left a bunch of powder under my eyes just in case, you know, fall out. And now I'm gonna do my eyeshadow. So I have this. I have the Kesha Rose for the Win palette. I got this on Christmas. I got there the day after Christmas, but I really don't care. I really like this palette. I like the mirror. I like the colors. So I'm gonna start on my lid, and I'm just gonna I have a brush, but I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm just gonna go into Pageantry. It's very light purple, and just kind of put it all over my lid. That was something I used to never do, which was like I never used to utilize like my lid space. Like, I have quite a bit of lid space, so I'm gonna take this, using the brush now finally, and I'm just gonna go like above and just put it, I'm gonna kind of just put it like all over. I'm just gonna go a little bit higher. This color is a little bit hard to see, but the next colors won't be. Alright, so that's all over my lid. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. I don't know. So now I'm gonna take a dark red from my crease. There is a dark red in the Kesha Rose palette, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I got it wet. It got rained on, so now it's all messed up. That was my fault. That wasn't Kesha's fault. But I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna take This from the Morphe 35H palette. What is the name of this shade? I have a little like list here, but it's like all over the place. This one is called Party On. Okay, so this is Party On from the Morphe 35H palette. It's called the Hotspot palette, and I'm just gonna take that dark red, and I'm just gonna put it in the crease, but like above the crease, if that makes sense. So the red is on. I kind of winged it. It's not very symmetrical, but it is what it is. So yeah, now I'm going to take this. This is a lipstick. This is the NYX Liquid Suede cream lipstick. This was like $7. This is the blue one. I don't see a shade name. It's the blue one. And I'm gonna take this brush. So this is my eyebrow brush. I'm gonna just like wash it off, and I'm gonna use it for the blue. Doing liner on camera is like super nerve-wracking, but I am just gonna try to do it because, I mean, kind of pointless, I guess, unless I show you the makeup. So I'm gonna do like a double liner because I've been like super into that lately. So you just take it on the brush. This is like a very thin brush. I brought a color, what was the makeup brand? It was from like Wish. It was Pop Feel or something. It was just like a very basic like palette full of nudes, and then they gave me this brush. And the makeup palette, I don't know if I threw it out or if I finished it. I doubt I finished it, so I probably threw it out. But the brush is really nice. Like, I really like this brush, so I just kept it. So probably not gonna find too many of these brushes like just generally laying around. But I mean, I like it. And then so there's that. And then I'm just gonna do another liner on the top. I don't even know, I'll probably just do it on the inside. Well, this part is gonna be tricky to do it on camera. Just stamp it, because that usually helps. And then just make like a curve. You can really go as far with this as you want. Something like that. So now I'm gonna try to make them symmetrical. I think that's as close as we're gonna get to them being symmetrical. They're not perfect, but whatever. They're not perfect, but whatever. Let me speak clearly. I have here the NK Ocean Eyes palette. Anytime I do like these like cream things, I just like to set them. Like, I don't want to just have like a cream lipstick on my eyes, because I feel like even if it is like a matte thing, I just like to set it because, number one, like, I mean, look how much more pigmented that is already. And number two, like, if you want it to last, I feel like that's necessary. I don't even really have to do this because I'm just going to wipe this off. I'm in my house. I'm not going anywhere, but it is just a good thing to just do because it just makes these, like graphic liner is super, like, in right now. Like, I was reading, I was watching a video from, I think it was the, I'll put the channel somewhere, but, they, like, make a lot of, like, lists that I don't really agree with about, like, trends and stuff. But I feel like for the 2021, they were very, like, spot on. I mean, at least as far as, like, every other, like, beauty company has been saying. And they were talking about makeup, and everybody was like, oh my god, they're contradicting themselves, because they were, like, light makeup, and they were, like, heavy, like, stuff on the eyes. And it's like, they're talking about the base being light. Like, this is pretty much what I'm doing. Like, the base is super light, and the eyes are more detailed because you're wearing a mask, and that's the only part that you see. And, like, people were just bashing them, and I'm like, no, I get it. Like, you can have light makeup and still have, like, heavy, like, this part. But everybody just kept saying it. And then they were talking about wearing a bold lip, and it's like, I mean, yeah, like, again, like, that has nothing to do with your foundation base, the foundation. I think that's enough for the eyes, honestly. I don't ever really, like, do anything on the bottom part of my eyes. So I feel like this makes it more accurate. I feel like if I, like, now try to do some, like, crazy on the bottom, then it would be, like, not really, like, my everyday makeup. And even this, like, I know people are gonna see me with all these crazy colors and be like, this isn't your everyday makeup. But it's like, yeah, this is genuinely, like, how I have been, like, leaving my house, yes, like, recently. Because I'm not really going anywhere. Like, I'm not, like, we used to go to, like, court a lot. We used to go to, like, a lot of, like, government places. I used to go to school, obviously. I'm a college student, hello. But, like, I feel like because like mainly the places that I go nowadays are like to the store to get like essential stuff and to like my friends, and I barely even see them. And then it's like if I can walk down the street like this, like hey, like nobody really gonna talk to me, like we're in a pandemic. This is like the one time I can actually do my makeup like the way that I want to do it and like have people kind of leave me alone. I mean, people are still gonna bother me regardless. But I'm gonna do my eyebrows with this same brush, so let me just wash the blue off. To wash the brush, I have one of these things. This is something else that I got from Dollar Tree. This is like one of those like you just slide your fingers and then you like put the soap and you wash the brush. It's really, really helpful for me. That blue is powerful. It stained the brush, it stained the cleaner. It even stained my skin when I did that like smiley frowny face makeup, like because I didn't put like the proper stuff underneath, I guess. It's very powerful. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump into my eyebrows now. So again, with this palette, I pretty much just use any like dark brown I have. It doesn't have to be this. This is actually called Sexpresso from the Too Faced Naked Eye palette. And then, you know, I just like this brush because it's very thin. And then I try to like avoid like my natural brow shape. I hate to do this on camera so much. But yeah, I try to just like avoid my like natural brows and then after I like make the new shape, I'll just try to like connect it. It's not even connecting right now, but you get the point. And you just go until it kind of just makes the tip. And then I just fill in the entire tail because obviously you want that to be darkest part. So usually I'll like brush it through, but you can't really brush it through when it's like slicked down. So you have to just kind of have a lot of control, and you basically just want to like make these parts a lot lighter. So I kind of just try to like remove some of the pigment off of the brush. What I'll do is, this is a new thing that I do, is I'll kind of go and like extend this part. It's really hard to see, but like that, and just kind of go under, like even lower than where my like natural brow is. And just kind of make a faint line. I don't want the line to be like super harsh, which is why I like move it. So, and then kind of just follow it up and connect it. And again on top, I try not to really do too much on top. And then I take the brush this way now instead of this way. And I will like flick it and kind of blend everything. And that's basically how I do my brows. So now I'll do the other one. Alright, now I'm done with the brows. Again, I know they're not symmetrical, but you know, sisters not twins. So, yeah, I really like how this is looking. And right now I'm gonna just finish up the other stuff. So, yeah. I use my contour brush to do my blush. I just use like the same brush for like everything. So I'm gonna go back into the Kesha palette and I'm gonna use the shade Woman to do my blush. I love the shade Woman in this palette so much. I use it like all the time for my blush. It's a really good color. I like to get like a lot on there and then just go at it, you know, just really put it all over. Just really dip in there. I used to like hate heavy blush on myself, but I feel like the placement was just wrong. I just need to kind of like really get it up in there around like my eyes and stuff. Stop putting it like here. Like I feel like that was just gross for me. This blush is very like shiny and I love it. It makes it so that you don't even really need to highlight. Because it's like a blush and a highlighter in one. So now I'm gonna bronze. It's okay if you still have some blush like with your bronzer. I feel like it kind of ties stuff together and it helps to like, the whole point of bronzing is to warm up. So to bronze, this isn't a bronzer obviously. This is a Beauty Benefit Hollywood. This is from Dollar Tree. And this is just the darkest shade of pressed powder that they had. I bought this for my mom a while ago. And boop, 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 boop. Just gonna use this like on the perimeter of where I like contour and everything, and just try to like warm it up a little bit. I used to like want everything to be like super cool, but I feel like it just kind of brings out more of the yellowiness of my face. Not that that's a bad thing, but like it's nice to warm it up a little. I'm gonna show you this from a different angle so you can actually see everything that's going on, but like That helps a lot. And what you really want to do is you really want to mix the bronzer, whatever you're using to bronze. You really want to mix it with the blush. I feel like that really like ties it together, especially like I have very chubby cheeks, so I feel like this really helps to like finish the sculpting of everything without it. It's like it helps without really having to do like super heavy contour. And then yeah, I'm not even gonna cut right now. I have my mascara here. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Length mascara. I'm not gonna hold you, this isn't the best mascara that I've used. Like, it's good, but I feel like it's just not one of the better ones. Like, I've used a lot of my friends' mascaras lately, and I feel like they just really add a lot. And I feel like this one isn't bad again, but I feel like Mega Length, like I feel like I'm missing some of that length. But yeah, I probably should have curled it before, but I forgot. That usually helps it a lot. But yeah, this isn't a terrible mascara. Like, obviously it's fine. When it comes to mascara, please trust my words over the visuals. Like, I am somebody who has just naturally long eyelashes. I'm not saying that to brag, that's just the truth. So I feel like most mascaras are going to look generally better on me, but like, if I'm telling you that it's not the best, then like, just trust my words. So now I'm gonna highlight. I don't really wear a lot of highlight anyway because my skin is very oily and it just makes me look shiny all the time. But to highlight, I'm gonna just go back into this palette again. I'm just gonna use my fingers, not a brush. I'm gonna go into this shade called Silk Teddy, and I'm just gonna put that on my finger and just boom. Just want to really get like the apple on my cheek. I never really used to get that area. And yeah, like to get my tiny, I usually don't have a lot of space here, that's typical, but I'm just gonna put it there anyway. And other side, just really blend it. Oh, and I almost forgot. Gotta really get the inner corner. I always forget to do inner corner highlight. Don't know why. Alright, so pretty much it for my highlight. Yeah, so now I'm gonna add a lip, which is something that again I don't usually do, but just to show you. And you know, like wearing lipstick under your mask can be annoying, so if you wanted a tips for that. If you have like any like excess like lip like oil or lip chapstick or whatever, then like this would be the time to get rid of it. I'm gonna go back into Sexpresso. Obviously you can just use a lip liner. I'm just being lazy, and I do like to overline my lips. Like, even if you do use a lip liner, I would still recommend to powder it, just because obviously I'm gonna overdraw because I have very tiny lips. That's probably too much, but I really don't care. Honestly, I always just wish my lips were like a little bit bigger. Like, I know people are like, oh my god, like people have been bullied. Because that's the truth, like that's the reality. Like, so many people get bullied for having big lips. My thing is, I've never ever bullied anybody for having big lips. Like, ever since I was a child, I always thought that like big lips were like always in. I never knew that there was even like people who bully people for having big lips until I was like a teenager. Like, I grew up and I always just thought big lips were like the standard. Like, I thought everybody wanted big lips all the time throughout all of history, until I really read up on it. For the top lip, I overdraw it, but not on the sides. So I just overdraw the cupid's bow, and then I just kind of meet it up back at my natural lip line. I'm not good at choosing lip colors, but this is from the NYX Electro Bright. This is Atlanta. I think this is actually sold out right now, so sorry if it is. But I'm just gonna put that in the center. I am gonna get as close to the edge as possible, but I really don't want to like cover it all. And that's probably about it. And then I just kind of blot it because realistically you don't really want a lot of cream stuff on your lip. You want it to be very, very dry under the mask So that's kind of my whole thing. So now to powder that, you want to get a similar shade. So I'm in the 35H palette again, and there's a shade called Coral Diamond. And I'm just going to take that and go over it. So again, this is going to make it more pigmented. And it's going to mattify it. Because you just don't want, you want to go too far with the Cupid's bow. You just want it to be a very matte kind of thing. I'm pretty much done. What I like to do now, this is optional, obviously. I like to take the powder and just kind of go over everything just one more time. Yes, the lips too, because you just want it to be like, you want it to be super matte. Like if you're wearing a mask, you just want everything to be super matte. Like, not even joking. Like it will just come off if you don't do this. It'll be like all that work for nothing. That's why it's super important to like just make sure your lips are super moisturized before you even start this. And then just take that and just do the rest of the face. Go over the highlighter, everything, just powder it all. Alright, so I couldn't find the setting spray, so I just used like a little backup. This is something that I don't really do too often, but I've heard that it's good. You're supposed to like take the sponge and like pat the setting spray in. Like don't just let it like sit there. Like press it in, and then that will make your makeup stay on longer. Alright, so here's a little better visual on the makeup. Hopefully you can see the purple now. Lips, everything. Oh, this looks so weird. But yeah, this one looks a lot better. This is like a typical hairstyle that I will do when I'm going out. Just to kind of, I like it because it just shows off the color. These earrings, I made them myself, so yeah, this is like a typical outfit that I'll wear. I really like this hoodie, very warm. And yeah, that's like my daily thing that I'll do for my makeup. Obviously it takes a lot longer when I'm doing it on camera, but realistically these makeup looks take me like probably 15 minutes the longest, like if I'm like really like dragging it out. But I think like 10 minutes is usually how long I take. But yeah, this is my typical makeup. So let me know if you guys want to see anything. If you want to see like a get unready type of a situation where I take the makeup off. If you want to see a skincare video. If you want to see how I made these earrings. If you want to see how I style my hair. Just anything. Let me know down below what type of stuff you want to see, and I'll get it done. But yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!